haven't seen you guys in a while.
You missed us, didn't you?
I did.
I like that. Just take us through what has to happen with your defense to be successful against a triple option. How much are you changing what you ask your guys to do?
Well, we're not going to change it. We do tweak it a little bit. I mean, I feel like we've had a pretty good scheme against these guys traditionally, but we've got to be physical up front. We got to dent the line of scrimmage. We can't allow them to knock us off the ball. We've got to be sound in our option principles, meaning who's got dive, who's got quarterback, who's got the pitch. I mean, those are things. And then we got to be good on the back end because they'll run it, and then take a shot. So our key reads are critical from that end of it. But being physical up front and particularly inside, and our option principles, and then eliminating the big explosive plays. That's been our key to success against these guys. And we'll tweak enough little things. But Paul's good at what he does. It's going to be a chess match. It always has been. And, we're looking forward to another great contest.
This seems like a game where experience really comes in handy. Are you a little concerned about the lack of that?
I am a little bit. I'm a little bit on the back end. We've got a new Mike, and our Mike's been a key player in this game the last several years. And that's always a concern for me when you have some young guys, and that's where I'm hoping our front with some experience, we'll be solid. But, that's always a concern. Yeah, particularly in the back end. I'm sure they'll probably they've thrown a lot more balls this year, it seems like, than they have in the past. And the quarterback's accurate. He's got escapability so that he can create when things aren't there and maybe find somebody open. So we've got to be very disciplined from that standpoint.
They've been in a lot of third and long situations this year. Their conversion rate's way down from what it has been in the past. What's been the issue there? Is it just up front with them?
Well,
lack of experience up front?
I don't know. It seems like just looking at them, they've been a lot more outside run oriented. Options with the quarterback keeping or pitching. And when you get sometimes in those scenarios, if a team plays it right, then it's going to put them in, some potential minus yardage type plays. And that I'm sure it's just like every week they want to establish the inside game. They've always, when they've been really, really good, they've established that fullback. And we can't allow that guy to get started. But if we can get them on the perimeter, I hope our speed, we have the ability to chase them down, and we've got to stay on our feet. And we've worked, this week, when we practice, it's live. When we do, our scout team's done a great job. We practice live, and we chop. Up front, we chop on the perimeter. We hit the fullback. We're hitting the quarterback. We're doing those things. So you've got to practice this against this offense full speed, and I thought our kids have done a good job with that.
We haven't talked to you since Coach Beamer's announcement. Can you just take us through how tough that last week was emotionally for you? I mean, you've been around him forever.
Yeah, I mean, it was a tough week. I lost a really, really close friend, the Thursday before that, and it was a rough weekend for me, period. And then, coach was going to allow me to go to the funeral, and I came in early to grade the film and get that out of the way so before I could leave. And then he called, John Boleyn called me and told me Coach wanted to see me. And, that's when he told me that, he was going to step down at the end of the year, which obviously, we've been together a long time. I've got tremendous respect for Coach Beamer. Him and Cheryl, next to my parents, are probably the most influential and, people in my life. And Coach has afforded me tremendous opportunities, and, I'll be forever grateful and thankful. And, the good thing about that meeting was we were able just to sit down just like this and, talk to one another. I could tell him how much I appreciated him, and, vice versa. So that was it was an emotional meeting, but it was also a very special one when it was all said and done too.
Is it fair to say that, I know you've got the season of coach now, but that you'd be interested in the head coaching
you
position?
guys think? Huh? I put a lot of time and effort in this thing, and I don't think this program needs a culture change, and we can do some things a little bit better. We got to win the state in recruiting. We got to get that back, but we've got good kids. We've got a good program, and we're close to getting it back where we want to be. But recruiting's the key. So then we got to get back winning our state. You know, when we did that, you know, we were a top 10 football team. You know, when we haven't the last few years, we've got the top kids have left the state, then all of a sudden we become, you know, above, just a little bit above average, you know, where you get a couple guys who are difference makers, and next thing you know, you're winning 9, 10, 11 football games, you know, and that's where we got to get back to doing that.
This is a long ways